Mr. Beast might be Antichrist. I think there's a good chance he is.
Think so.
Welcome to the IDP show, where we talk YouTube streamers. Are they the Antichrist?
It's the IDP show, now you know.
Welcome to the IDP show. I'm your host, Josh Raymer, joined in the So Check tonight. Adam Markham, Bobby Reynolds. We are on the eve of the 2025 NFL regular season. Cowboys, Eagles kick things off tomorrow on NBC.
Man.
Boys, we made it. Football is back. We got a YouTube game Friday from Brazil, Chiefs, Chargers. I'm a big fan of the way they've structured the schedule here to start the season now.
That's right. All the streamers are going to be there. Mr. Beast.
I did see they got our boy from the ship chasing is going to be on the YouTube broadcast.
Overzet is?
Yes, Pete Overzet is going to be on the YouTube broadcast. So that was pretty cool.
That's awesome.
So all the streamers are there?
Yeah, Dude Perfect's going to be involved,
Okay,
I think.
okay.
So that's what I just saw a commercial right before I came here. So I hear that they're a big deal. Your son's a big fan.
Yeah.
Well, they
he's
have
a
the
big fan.
alternate Amazon broadcast as
true.
well, like the Prime Thursday night games.
not
They
worth
have
watching.
the Dude Perfect. It's like, what are we doing, guys?
It's a lot of Dude Perfect, not a lot of football.
Those guys, man, it's just a lot of yelling.
Yeah, it's real loud, a lot of let's go.
A lot of sports.
You know, a lot of positive
I did
vibes.
like the all sports golf at
I
the
do like the
Masters.
positive
That was
stuff.
It brings
cool.
me down.
Mr. Beast might be Antichrist. I think there's a good chance he is.
Think so.
Welcome to the IDP show, where we talk YouTube streamers. Are they the Antichrist?
We're gonna get banned now.
Yeah, Mr. Beast
bashing.
knows if he's been accused of being the Antichrist.
Sorry, Beast.
Sorry, Beast. Mr. Beast, yes.
Did y'all try to watch college football last weekend and like get the itch scratched a little bit?
College
Not
football
really.
it's sloppy. It's like
Last weekend was rough.
Billy Madison made it extra sloppy for us.
Yeah, a lot of bad QB play. I don't know if you're
Western's
looking for a
fun.
quarterback next year.
Yeah, they're scoring some points. MacGyver, the transfer for the tops, looking pretty good. Just bet the over. Bet the over in every single Western game. That's my advice, my betting advice for you out there. Arch Manning, maybe not good.
Not great. Not great.
It's a tough start though against Ohio
Kate
State.
Klubnik didn't look good.
The Uncle Rico comparisons with Arch's mechanics were very spot on. Of course, yes, I think it was last Thursday the news goes down. One of the biggest trades probably since like Khalil Mack on the defensive side of the ball. Let's start things off with that, boys. This is our flag plant episode, so we're going to be going through our 2025 IDP flag plants. We each have 3. And Addie's got 1 for each team as well, so 32 bonus little mini flags for you. But, boys, let's talk the Micah Parsons trade first. I can't believe this actually got done. I thought for sure they were going to get a deal done. You started seeing these like Packers rumors leak out beginning of last week, and then the deal is done. 2 first-round picks plus who was the interior defensive
Kenny
lineman?
Clark.
Kenny Clark. There you go.
Kenny.
Thank you, Kenny. Going to fix the run defense for the Dallas Cowboys.
That's right.
So, obviously, this is wheels up for Donovan Ezeraku and the other Cowboys edge rushers there, Sam Williams, Marshawn Nealon.
Dante
Fowler, probably the guy I trust the most right now, I would say.
125 for sure.
But on the Packers side, I mean, we'll see some weird stuff with Micah's back and maybe needing an epidural. So, hopefully, he's healthy.
Questionable for this week, right?
Yeah, so I'm sure he will try his best to be out there, but could this be sort of like a slow ramp-up period while they work out whatever's going on with his back? I don't know. I still see Micah in probably that like top tier of edge rusher, but I'm probably putting him I'm putting him in that pile with Aiden Hutchinson, where it's just like I have enough concerns and questions that I just kind of want to see how this plays out.
Yeah, I feel fine with him. I don't think it's going to be too big of an issue for him. Hope not, at least.
Yeah.
And if he is healthy and normal, then yeah, I expect more of the same. Like I think it's going to be kind of what we've seen. Like he's going to be in contention for 15 sacks. He's going to have a solid tackle floor. I think he joins a much better defense.
Yeah, that defense is really good. No training camp plus back injury plus new team on short notice.
Could be a slow start.
I think I'm not saying for the entire season, but maybe, tamp down expectations a little bit just for September.
Yeah, maybe drop him, pick him back up.
Yeah, just boomerang him. Pull a Bobo, trade him away, then go get him back.
I think the Packers brass probably listens to the pod because they heard us talking a couple weeks ago about how that Packers defense is just kind of like Rashawn, Gary,
True.
Lucas Van, and they were like, dang, they're right.
They're right.
Yeah.
We've
They're
got to
right.
we've got to
gotta
do
go
better.
Get Micah. I mean, I think it's really cool. I think it's cool where you have an NFL organization actually go and say, all right, we've got Jordan Love and some pieces, and let's see if we can get better defensively. I don't know. I don't know that it makes the Packers that much better as a team. I mean,
I think it makes them Super Bowl favorites in the NFC.
I just still wonder offensively if they have it. I don't doubt that Micah's awesome, but I'm not a Jordan Love believer. I'm just not sure
Yeah,
that he's
I don't
the
think
guy.
he's in that upper echelon, but I think he's in that group behind the upper echelon.
It would have made way more sense for the Commanders. The more you talked about that, the
man.
more I thought
that was
gosh,
the obvious choice.
That is the perfect situation.
And really, it didn't cost much from
No.
Green Bay's perspective.
Yeah,
Like,
could the Commanders have done 2 first-round picks plus Deron Payne?
yeah.
You know,
But even 3, like, I mean, you expect, like, with the Packers, that those are going to be late first,
Right.
probably, that Dallas is going to have now. So, I mean,
Yeah.
you hope you hit on those picks if you're Dallas, but, I mean, we know that that's not usually the case once you get late into the first
well,
round.
and I know it was a meme at this point, but the EPA splits with Micah and without Micah, where they were the best defense with him, the second worst defense by EPA. Without Micah Parsons, this defense is going to suck. This team, love CeeDee Lamb, love George Pickens now, because that team's going to be in a lot of like 38-35 shootouts fighting for their life. I mean, I would bet the over on Thursday night.
Well, you're forgetting about Mr. Agent Sanborn.
I mean, he's going to have a bajillion tackles because I don't think this defense is
Yeah.
going to be able to get off the field.
Yeah, he might not play 8 games.
It's true.
We're worried.
We'll find out tomorrow. I'm excited about that.
Oh, yeah.
The snap share.
I'm
for
excited
Sanborn.
about football. Tomorrow's game might be done by halftime.
You think so?
I don't know.
I think that offense for Dallas is good enough that they'll at least be in it
Compete.
till the end. Like, I think it's going to have to be like
It's going to be like the Bengals.
you're gonna have to win it. That's actually a great comparison. I think
Thanks,
maybe
Josh.
is that the NFC version of the Bengals, where it's like
Yeah.
Yeah.
really good quarterback, great weapons, high-powered offense. Defense is probably a D-.
At least the Bengals have Trey Hendrickson.
Exactly. They did the smart thing and brought back their best player.
But
so
hey, Dallas can stop the D now.
stop the D, stop the run.
Sorry.
Stop the
My apologies. Something that was funny about the whole situation was how Jerry Jones continued to call him Michael the whole press conference.
that is such
I
an
love that
old
part.
man, like just kind of sticking it to you
Yeah.
move. I feel like
Yeah.
it's like, oh, I'm kind of
Michael.
old and senile. I don't know his
Michael.
first name really.
Yeah.
It's like,
Yeah.
you're just trying to be old and cantankerous. So I love it for the Packers. I mean, this puts them there in my mind even with the Eagles in terms of NFC, Super Bowl favorites.
Did you see Lil Wayne talking about this in reference to like when Micah came and stayed at his house or whatever and was talking about how him and Jerry aren't that close?
That's not surprising. I think Micah is not the type of player that Jerry Jones is going to love.
Yeah,
the
too-
podcast,
Two big egos.
not like this hulking kind of imposing Myles Garrett type of physique where it's like, I don't think Micah wins in the ways that Jerry Jones really appreciates.
I got you.
I mean, you heard the rumors of like his antics kind of rubbing his team the wrong way all the way up to Dak Prescott. So, yeah, I think I think Jerry Jones thought he was probably getting rid of like a locker room issue, a locker room headache. And
he probably is a lot to handle.
yeah,
Yeah.
I mean, star players usually are big egos and big personalities.
Yep.
And I didn't think Micah went about it the best way. Like, the last image is him laying on the bench, kind of like a kid that you told can't play the Nintendo.
Then signed a $180 million
Right.
contract.
So it's like, but I want these guys to get paid.
For sure.
But I'm sure Jerry did not appreciate the optics of how this all went down. And my kind of galaxy brain theory is I think the minute Micah went back on the handshake deal that him and Jerry had in April,
Pissed him off.
He was like, all right, if you're going to go back on this, we're done. If you can't look a man in the eye and shake his hand and get the deal
right.
done, I don't want.
ain't got his word. What good's he is he?
He's essentially like
it.
like a robber baron from the 1800s.
Yeah.
Lucas Van Ness, the clear loser here. Does it benefit Rashawn Gary at all?
It slots him into that 1B role, which I think is what he's probably better
Shouldn't
suited
hurt.
for.
Shouldn't hurt. You've probably got a lot more attention. You know.
He can be the Byron Young to Jared Verse.
I know. New decoration if you're watching on YouTube. The Sochak's going through some cosmetic upgrades.
That's right.
Hey,
Not done yet.
Not done yet. Tune in on Monday.
still leaping.
Still leaping.
Right.
6 years in, still leaping. Well, let's talk flag plants, boys. This is one of our favorite episodes every year. And like I said, we each have 3 main flag plants. We're going to go around the horn, alphabetical order. Addie's going to rip through about 10 of his little mini flag plants with each of his. But Addie, why don't you kick us off? And to start off, we are talking, you actually went with a couple of players on the same team with yours. I don't know if that was intentional or
It
not.
wasn't. I realized that after I posted that.
That's okay.
Cool.
It's a fun defense from which to pick flag plants.
I think so. I
Why
think
don't you
it's-
kick us off with the DB who's new to the team this year?
Okay, all right. Sounds good, Josh. Let me scroll down there real fast.
Yeah, I told you to read it in this order because that was how the graphics were laid out.
That's right. I forgot about that.
This is how the professionals
Forgot
do
about
it, folks.
that part. Jalen Ramsey finishes as a top 10. Did I say top 10?
You said top 5.
Top
DB.
5. That's fine,
I'm gonna
too.
hold
That's
you to
fine.
it.
That's fine. I'm fine with that as well.
Level up.
You've always been a Ramsey boy.
Always been a Ramsey boy. You boys checked out his preseason usage?
No, tell me about it.
Only 9 snaps. Only 9 snaps. I know you have. You saw me pick up. You're like, what's going on here? 9 snaps, 5 of them in the slot, 3 at free safety, 1 on the defensive line. Had 3 tackles in those 9 snaps as well.
That's pretty beautiful. I think it's a 33% tackle rate.
I believe so. 0 snaps at outside corner, boys. So if Jalen Ramsey becomes a slot corner safety hybrid that we've kind of heard rumors of, oh my goodness, would be massive for his fantasy value. So never forget, Jalen Ramsey had his most productive seasons in 2021 and 2022 with the Rams when they were using him in their star role, the famous star role, remember?
Star.
Is there a reason the Rams got to call the slot corner role just something besides
I
their
don't know.
slot corner role?
I don't know. They were trying something out of things.
Yeah, they were just
I
trying to
love it.
brand it a little differently.
Seeing if it's,
Respect.
Yeah, it's
It stuck.
yeah, it still goes on there, right?
For sure.
They're still doing it. They're still trying it.
Yep.
You gotta love the commitment to it.
Absolutely.
Limit to a bit.
But anyway, the star role that meant a lot more slot and box snaps for Jalen Ramsey. He finishes DB 7 in 2021 and DB 3 in 2022. So pretty good, folks. I think he's
Average it out. That's DB5.
there. It is.
That's how you make a flag plant right there.
There it is. I think he's rejuvenated and fired up. I mean, I think he's around a lot of really great defensive players. So all the interviews I've seen, like he's hype and he's excited. So I think that's great things for him. I think this defense in general is being slept on because, like you mentioned, I'll be talking about another Steeler here in a little bit. But Ramsey's ADP, cornerback 23, DB 71, overall 251 in these IDP only best
I
balls.
think people are just kind of tired of Ramsey for
I guess
whatever
so.
reason.
I guess
he didn't
so.
have the best season last year, but
But man, I mean,
let's look back a little further.
right. I mean, just when you have this in your range of outcomes and the usage seems like it's going to actually stick now, I'm picking him up where I can. He's out there. I've got him on a lot of waiver wires. Like
DB 70, whatever you just said.
yeah, he's out there in your dynasty leagues, folks. So
Yeah.
I mean,
Here's the thing.
You're not that guy, pal. Trust me. You're not that guy.
He's not that outside corner anymore. And that's good. That's a good thing for us.
Great
If
for
he's
us.
playing slot corner and safety, like this has kind of been rumored his career path would be, I mean, yes, he is getting older and his skills as an outside corner are declining, but for IDP purposes, wheels up,
still
Bobo.
a dog.
I've always thought he was a really big corner. I always thought he had more of the prototypical, shoulders that a safety's going to have. He always wanted to hit hard, and as a Rams fan, I saw a lot of those, coverages on Larry Fitzgerald. I guess maybe Larry was still there, but there was a couple guys that made Ramsey look stupid when he was a Ram as far as like an outside corner. So I love this take. I think that Ramsey, while like early on, while he was at Jacksonville when he was a rookie, obviously was a stud. He was a really, really good outside cornerback. But I think as you season and as you age and as especially Jalen Ramsey's just kind of always been built for this. I love that call, Addie. If you were to plug him right there, near the line of scrimmage, you can do a lot with Jalen Ramsey. He could be really, really useful for that defense.
Yeah, he is 6'1", 208 pounds.
Yeah.
So this is a big dude.
I've always loved that about Ramsey. This a high-profile corner, but like he
Yeah.
is not afraid to get in there and get dirty. And he's been like that since he came into the league. Like I always think about that soundbite. You tell me.
Yeah.
Connor and I always do that to each
I
other.
think about that all the time. But he's just always been, just had that attitude. And, yeah, I love that. That's what I look for in defensive back. So.
Yeah, you got to be just a little bit crazy.
Yeah.
You got to be just a little bit unhinged, and I think Ramsey's the perfect bit of unhinged. Yeah, I think he's rejuvenated now with Pittsburgh, Bobo.
Yeah, and as bad as the LB2 play across the league is, really, we've talked about that a lot the last month or two. And as Josh wants Patrick Queen to basically be cut yesterday, I do think there's a lot of really cool slot corners in the NFL right now that could mop up a lot of this, bad tackling from some of these linebackers. And I think Ramsey is a prototypical person for Mike Tomlin. That's going to be a fun little piece for him.
Yeah, I think this is the perfect place for him to sort of rejuvenate his career and kind of see the back nine of his career play out in a way that should benefit us as IDP managers. So,
Yeah.
Addy, give us like the first 10 or so of your little mini flag plants, one from each team. What you got?
All right. Arizona Cardinals. With the lack of talent at linebacker, Zaven Collins will play a more hybrid role this year and have a nice chunk of off-ball linebacker snaps. I'm calling 80 tackles and at least 6 sacks in 2025.
Never give up.
Never. It's Zaven's season. It's bound to happen one of these years. DL 85, edge 63 right now, ADP. So, he should outperform that. Atlanta Falcons, Jeff Ulbrich.
Yeah, Jeff Ulbrich.
Ulbrich.
Yeah, the new defensive coordinator.
Well, he's found his new Jamin Sherwood, and he can't stop grinning, Josh. Divine Diablo posts over 130 tackles and finishes as a top 24 linebacker, was going as linebacker 67 this offseason. That is actually absurd. 12.5% career tackle rate. Divine Diablo signed a 2-year, $14 million contract this offseason, so career year coming for him. Also, another little mini flag, James Pierce Jr., 10 sacks.
Love it.
Baltimore.
That's a nice defensive rookie of the year bet.
I think so,
If he
too.
gets 10 sacks, he's probably going to be
very
in the
good
mix.
value. I agree. I think we mentioned him on the episode with Johnny. Baltimore Ravens rookie Mike Green leads the team in sacks. Green put up 6 pressures on 39 pass rush snaps this preseason. That's a 15.3% pressure rate. Buffalo Bills, Milano cookies are back on the shelf.
Yum, yum, yum.
Matt finishes as a top 30 linebacker. Current ADP, LB 48, 116.9 overall. So,
I like that you called him Matt.
you like that?
That was cool.
Yeah,
He deserves it.
he
He's
was
a
one
man.
we brought up with when I was on with Thomas and Justin on the Fantasy Points IDP podcast that he was underrated.
Yeah, I agree.
That he's just
People
I
are
think
tired of him. He's
the
always
injury
hurt.
concerns I think have kind of people have soured on
Yeah.
Milano a little bit.
But I think I'm here for a bounce back. I think he's got
Agreed.
that in him.
Yep.
Christian Roseboom. We've talked a lot about Roseboom. Finishes as a top 15 linebacker, posts over 140 tackles. Don't forget, Roseboom posted 135 last year, just playing 74% of the snaps. Roseboom has donned the green dot in the preseason. I expect that to continue throughout the season. ADP 163, linebacker 61.
Just seemed like it never caught up.
Crazy. I know it's higher at this point, I'm sure, but still, I'm sure you can still get this guy in linebacker 45 to 50 range, I would think, and that's I'm all over that.
Outside the top 36 for sure.
Yep. Cincinnati Bengals. Logan Wilson has the best season of his career, finishes as a top 10 linebacker.
I can't wait for Addy to have 36 linebackers inside the top 15 linebackers this year.
I don't. I
Make
did
it
the
make
math.
sense.
I did the math,
You
folks.
did the math.
That's right. I didn't do the math. I hope we don't. So don't do the math. Though.
Don't do the
Promise
math.
Me, promise me you're not doing
Promise
the math.
me. You know our listeners and viewers aren't good at math.
That's right. Cleveland Browns. This is probably the last one. I feel like
Yeah,
we've done around 10.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
Isaiah McGuire finishes with 10 sacks.
Wow.
Isaiah McGuire season.
Wow.
They need someone to step up opposite Myles Garrett.
We'll
so.
see. I choose him over Alex Wright.
Yep.
But, I mean, who knows? Who knows?
You could be Alex wrong.
Could be. Very true. That's a good one.
Could be Alex
That's a
Wrong.
good one.
I
All
didn't
right.
care for it.
Bobo, what do you got for us? Your first flag plant for 2025.
So most of the time I do these, and nobody knows, but Josh was a butt and had to have these fancy banners at the bottom of the YouTube. So
You're welcome.
You're welcome,
Your
YouTube.
camera's there.
Adam doesn't know. Yeah, I don't care.
That's
I
right.
don't care where I'm looking.
I don't care where I'm looking.
These are for Adam. These are not for anybody else. So Jacksonville Jaguars
Let's talk about it.
could look much different this year under new head coach Liam Cohen in 2025. I expect that offense with BTJ and the addition of my new heartthrob, probably all of our new heartthrob, Travis Hunter, to keep them in games longer and even playing more often, potentially with a lead, something they haven't done in a couple years. That pass rush duo has been somewhat underrated, in my opinion, over the last couple seasons, as Josh Hines Allen has racked up only 8 sacks in 2024, but 17.5 sacks in 2023, giving him a total of 53 over his 6 seasons in the NFL. Trayvon Walker has been quietly effective and improving over his first 3 seasons in the NFL, amassing 24 sacks, 10.5 of them coming last season. He's gotten better every single season. 3, I think, rookie year, 10, and then 10.5. I expect Josh Allen to return to that 2023 form alongside an improving Walker, who came into the league as a development-type pass rusher and has done just that. I think Walker, who is walking into a contract year, really takes a step forward in 2025. Hines Allen literally just said, I think it was today, that his main goal for the season is to be the NFL Defensive Player of the Year. I think we'll be talking more about this pass rush duo as potentially a top 3 tandem in the league after the 2025 season. So my first flag plant is that Josh Hines Allen and Trayvon Walker are going to combine for 30 sacks in 2025.
Hey,
Man, that's
spicy boy.
See, she's spicy.
My D-Up shares would love to see Josh Hines Allen. And I know yours would as well. I think he's your most rostered player in D-Up.
57%, baby.
That's
Love
right.
that.
All in.
I mean, 17.5 sacks for Josh Hines Allen in 2023. I mean, that was an elite year. I'm not going to act like that was, crazy, but I don't see why he couldn't get to that. Really what this boils down to is it really boils down to an effective year for Josh Allen. He doesn't necessarily have to get to 17 again, but I really need Trayvon Walker to take a step and actually, get to 14, get to 15, get to 16 sacks this year. And I think that's very doable for the guy.
Yeah, Trayvon, I worry that he has that type of ceiling, but I mean, I think he could get to 12, 13.
Give me 12, 13, 14
That'd be
for
great.
Trayvon.
That'd be fantastic.
Give me 16, 17 for Josh Hines Allen.
Josh
Hines
Hines
Allen has
Allen
that in
is
him.
going to have to carry the load here to get to 30.
I think so. But I mean, I one of my mini flag plants in here, and I've talked on every single episode I've done this offseason about
Yeah.
Hines Allen. Love the dude.
Was he your dark horse with John?
He was my dark horse with John.
fun.
I think his ADP is outside the top 12 right now.
Too low.
And then, I mean, there's just not a lot. I think there's 4 active edge rushers that have posted over 17.5 sacks in a single season. So, I mean, there's just not a lot of guys like that. So, I think the juice is back in the building there in Jacksonville. They could be the best team in that division. And, I mean, also shout out to his son. He just beat leukemia.
That's
So,
right. Got to ring the bell.
But I was seeing that stuff about Hines Allen too. He was wanting to set the sack record this season. So, but yeah, my mini flag plant was Josh Hines Allen, edge 1, DPOY.
Let's go.
Wow.
Let's go.
You should put some money on it. You could probably get really good odds.
We looked at this. Me and Johnny looked. This was the bet show was actually really solid, folks. But we talked about Hines Allen. He was plus 6,000 for something. Maybe it was
the sack
It
leader?
might have been one of the it might have been one of his sack props. But anyway, I liked every prop I liked for him. And so we got Carson Twessinger was also one we dropped.
I put money on
I
Twessinger
put a 10
for
spot on him. He was plus 3,000. I mean,
rookie defensive player of the year.
but yeah, Josh Hines Allen. I mean, I love the dude. My most drafted player this offseason.
Just a huge value too third, fourth round
truly
sometimes.
should have been my pick here, but I've done him so many times.
I tried to vary mine up.
Yeah.
I've talked a lot about certain guys this offseason,
And really-
so I tried to go to a different well.
This one, I wanted to give you a little bit of Josh Hines Allen, kind of, give you your flowers a little bit. But I really wanted to highlight that Trayvon Walker could really get to 13 sacks this year. He can really get to 14 sacks. I agree.
so.
I don't think he's going to set, he's not going to have a 20-sack season. But I think he is better than the 10-sack seasons that he's been having.
And he's got a nice floor, so you love that.
Yep. Good tackle floor also.
Good. The tackle floor is very nice.
Yep.
All right. Well, that was Bobo's first one. Let's go to mine, and let's go to San Francisco, gentlemen. And let's talk about, probably our show's original baby and Fred Warner. I'm calling for Fred Warner top 3 LB this season, boys. Let's look at the track record by Big 3 scoring for Fred Warner. 2021 LB 18, 2022 LB 16. This is when that perception of Fred Warner as like a supercharged LB2 started to take hold. But then you look the last 2 years, 2023 LB 5, 2024 LB 9 with a broken ankle. That year, last year, felt like, I don't know, tell me if y'all agree, but it felt like Fred's LB1 overall year before he broke his ankle in week 4, a game in which he scored 27.75 points against the New England Patriots. Before their week 9 bye, he averaged 19.1 points per game. So that was last year. Let's turn the page to this year. Let's look at the top end of the kind of who are the guys in contention to finish as LB1 overall. Zach Bond, he could absolutely repeat as a top 3 LB, but we've only seen it from him 1 year. So there's questions there. Roquan, yes, he was LB2 in 2022, but he was LB16 in 2023 and LB19 in 2024. And then you have question marks around guys that were previous top finishers like Zaire Franklin, Foye Oluokun, Bobby Okereke. My point being, I think you can make a case for a lot of linebackers to finish inside the top 3. This offseason, Robert Saleh, a DC who knows how to use Fred Warner, returned to San Francisco. D. Winters is now the LB2, and we love D. Winters as like a nice value, but he's not Dre Greenlaw. So I don't have concerns that Fred Warner is going to be misused. I don't think D. Winters is going to gobble up a bunch of Fred's tackles now that Fred is fully healed. And Fred, have y'all boys looked at like his like kind of career game log? It surprised me how much of a big play machine Fred Warner is. He's always racking up those sacks, forced fumbles, fumble recoveries, interceptions, but yet somehow he never has scored a touchdown. Isn't that wild? With all the sacks, strip sacks and INTs, this guy has never scored a touchdown. So I understand it's lofty to say a guy whose best finish before this was LB5 and before that was historically finishing as an LB2. I understand it's lofty to say that he's going to finish as a top 3 LB overall. But we all saw what Fred did on a bum foot last year, not missing a single snap, and I want to show him some love. I like 130 tackles as a baseline. He's basically averaging about 131 tackles the last 3 years. And I like a playmaker like Fred to end up on the right side of variance this season. That defense is going to need him to show up. I was tempted to pick new hotness like Edgerrin Cooper or one of my hype bunnies like Blake Cashman here, but I decided to stand for an OG favorite of this pod. We think Fred is going to age like fine wine, so give me his best finish ever at age 28. Top 3 LB for Fred Warner in 2025.
Give me a little teary-eyed there, Josh.
Right? I was just like, I want to show some love to some of our old favorites on this episode.
Maybe we'll get Fred's dad back on the Twitters.
That's right.
Hey, we'll clip this and
Refollow.
just, at mention Fred's dad.
Let's reach back out to him. I don't like the way things end.
Yeah, let's rebuild that bridge.
Yeah.
He
There's
followed
something
us
there,
for
I
about a
think.
month and then was like, that's enough of these 3 idiots from Kentucky.
There is something there, though, with his dad. I really do believe that in my heart of hearts.
I don't want to know what's in your heart of hearts. That place scares me.
But, Josh, there's some people calling this guy the Mike Evans of linebackers.
I have heard that. I don't know if you guys, is that a take that's out there? It's a good one.
Some people are saying this about Fred Warner. 7 straight seasons, over 100 tackles.
Wow.
So I think that's where people are getting that. But
Wow,
I've been hearing that a lot lately.
I've seen that on Twitter.
Has that been in the
Quite a
streets,
bit.
like in the Reddit, the subreddits and stuff?
Yep. They're calling Fred and Roquan that.
Oh,
Both of
and
them.
Roquan.
Wow, okay, yeah.
both
That's
of them.
weird. Both
It's
of
almost like
odd.
Levante David is also stop me if you've heard this one. Discount Bobby Wagner his whole career.
That's true.
All sorts of throwbacks tonight.
That's very true.
So yes, Fred Warner, just one of our OG babies, and I really do believe he would have finished as LB1 had he not broken his ankle.
I think so too.
So,
yeah,
because you think about just like how good this guy was playing, and then as the season goes along, I remember having conversations of like, yeah, I think we got to bench Fred Warner.
Yeah,
and then
oh, yeah.
going into the fantasy playoffs, he has his best game in
Sure.
like half the season. So
when that team was kind of swirling down the toilet too,
Right.
you know. So
With the age of like, the actual age of your boy Levante David, Bobby Wagner,
Mario.
Yeah, I mean, like, could Fred Warner be a good buy in Dynasty right
Hell
now?
yeah, dude.
I thought he was at least 30. He's 28.
Yeah.
That's why he's
28 years old.
That's why him and Roquan are still 1 and 2 for us. You know,
sure.
the
Right.
linebacker episode we did a month and a half ago, like that was the case then. So
Prime age.
yeah, they're still gonna have another solid 5 or 6 years, I would think.
Yeah.
You know?
Mentally seasoned. Understand how to play defense.
Right.
Understand the NFL.
That's why they're $100 million linebackers.
Yep.
Those do not grow on trees.
Agreed.
So there you go, folks. Fred Warner's my first one. Addie, let's go to you for number 2, and we're going back to the Pittsburgh Steelers. Who you got for this one?
Oh, I don't know this one.
Peyton Wilson breakout
Oh, I
season.
should have known.
That's right. 74.7 overall PFF grade in 2024 for Wilson. That was 16th among linebackers. 76.0 coverage grade. That ranked 6th. Also saw the quote from Peyton this offseason saying he thinks he is the best coverage linebacker in the game.
He said that about himself.
Love his confidence.
Love that.
Was that before his 10 surgeries or was that after?
This was like a week or so ago.
So after.
Yeah, he did get beat by Bucky Irving on a wheel route the next game, but it's okay.
Yeah.
It happens. But it's Bucky.
Yeah.
Hey, it's Bucky.
Sure.
It's Bucky. We do love Bucky.
Sure.
And we do love
sure,
Bucky.
Sure. Brisket on the board, indeed.
Reach out.
Sure. Out of 131 qualifying linebackers in 2024, Peyton Wilson finished 24th in points per snap, averaged 0.251 points for every snap played.
Wow.
So happy to do the math here for you guys. If he plays 60 snaps per game this season and sustains that points per snap average, we are looking at a linebacker that is averaging 15 points per game.
That's beautiful.
14.2% tackle rate. That ranked 34th out of 131 linebackers. For context, Christian Roseboom, 15.9%. Zach Bond, 15.7%. Roquan, 15%. Zaire Franklin, 15.4%. Robert Spillane, 14.4%. Terrell Bernard, 14.1%. Jamie Sherwood, 14%. You get it, right?
Yeah.
He's in good company here. So all these guys I mentioned, they all have LB1 in their range of outcomes. So I think the same for Wilson. He's good, and he's been one of those guys that has been good and productive at every level. You look back at his college stats; they were ridiculous. We love this dude coming out of college, but it seems like Queen is probably the green dot for now. But I do expect Wilson to maybe snatch that from him before the season's over.
That's definitely an asterisk beside Pat Queen right now.
Yeah.
Green dot.
For now.
now.
That can move.
For now.
I think it'll be, I don't know, a month, maybe less before Pat Queen is displaced.
Yep.
So
You know where we've showed maturity?
where's that?
Early on in the podcast years, we probably would have been over the moon for Peyton Wilson. As far as like drafts and everything are considered, we probably would have wanted him like early second. You know what I mean? I feel like we showed a lot of maturity with Peyton Wilson to say like, look, temper expectations. Look where he was drafted in the NFL. Don't reach for a guy like that. Let's let him settle in the 3rd or the 4th round, pick him, and then because you're going to have to sit and wait on him for a little while. I feel like Peyton Wilson is one of the few guys in a while that we've actually like really pegged the landing spot for in terms of like where he needs to be in rookie
Well, just
drafts.
setting a reasonable timeline and expectations around this guy.
2020 was just rough. Kenneth Murray burned. Isaiah Simmons burned. Pat Queen burned.
We had to learn the lessons
Jordan
the
Brooks
hard
was
way.
good for a little while.
Yeah.
Jordan Brooks has been consistently underrated.
Jack Campbell burned.
I was
We'll
looking
see.
back at
We'll
the
see.
track record for
But I'm
linebackers
not
the last
toasty.
few years.
I'm not
and-
interested
It's
at the
toasty.
ADP.
Me either.
Who's that?
Jack Campbell.
Jack Campbell?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
I'm not buying all that yet. I'm not so sure it's going to be
Because it's
Jack
just
Campbell
like,
season.
do we want to, trust Dan Campbell to not roll out Malcolm Rodriguez and Alex Anzalone and Derek Barnes.
Works out well for some of the upcoming flag plants.
Oh, baby.
Okay.
But I will say the Peyton Wilson one is good, though, Eddie. I said it when y'all were talking about your trade a couple weeks ago. I do think Peyton Wilson has that game breaker potential. He has the one to where we could look up week 4 and you're over here like, dude, have you seen how many points per game Peyton Wilson is averaging right now? And it almost is kind of similar to like Fred Warner's play. I don't think it's going to be on the back of like a ton of tackles. I think it's going to be like a big play type player.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, let's just I'll call it here. The Pittsburgh Steelers bye is week 5. So I bet week 6 we see Peyton Wilson take over as the full-time green dot linebacker for the Steelers.
I like it.
I just don't think Pat Queen's going to make it through more than a month of the season before they're like, get this dude out of here.
I saw some quotes from Queen too. He's a big fan of Peyton Wilson, so he believes. So
He knows.
Who would be the LB2 if Queen got benched or something?
Holcomb.
Yeah, I don't know.
We'll see.
Is he healthy?
I mean,
I think
apparently.
Queen. I think it would still be Queen. I think it would just be Queen playing like 65, 70% of snaps.
They brought in Malik Harrison too. I forget that.
We'll have Jalen Ramsey down there in the box.
Yeah,
That's
sure.
right.
Dude, seriously.
Don't need a second linebacker
Seriously.
when you got him in the box. All right, give
Jamal
us about
Adams.
10 more mini flag plants, Addy. What you got?
All right, Dallas Cowboys. Jack Sanborn finishes as a top 10 linebacker. I've been very on the record about Mr. Sanborn this offseason.
That's the first I'm hearing of this.
Yeah, who's this Jack Sanborn guy? I think we've had 6 shorts about Jack Sanborn on the channel.
I think we're clear on this.
Yes.
I think Alex Singleton, 160 tackles, finishes as a top 3 linebacker. Was named captain again today.
Gangleton, baby.
Kingleton, I saw where there was a little quote from Sean Payton how Singleton is a calming presence for the defense. You love to see that. Dre Greenlaw's banged up forever. He's always banged up. Detroit Lions. Alex Anzalone outscores Jack Campbell once again.
Don't do it to him, Addy.
Let's also take a moment to congratulate Alex Anzalone on being named team captain for a 5th consecutive time.
Wow.
5th consecutive time,
They
folks.
can't quit him.
He is not going anywhere.
It's that hair, baby.
Yep. ADP LB 34 for Anzalone versus LB 25 for Campbell. Hate to see it. But I just don't, like we were mentioning with Campbell, I don't trust him to be the type of producer that we want him to be. Never really been that. Been kind of just like a average tackler, you know.
Yeah, he's not the tackle machine.
Right. And
That
then,
you want.
But then the big plays aren't there for, the what we need. We need the extra points if we're not getting the tackles. Keyshawn Nixon. We didn't hear a lot about Mr. Nixon this offseason. I think he finishes as a top 5 cornerback once again, was going as DB 31 in the IDP only best balls. This dude was DB 3 in 2024 and DB 9 in 2023. Nixon was quoted earlier in the offseason as saying he didn't want to return kicks anymore. Guess who is listed as KR1? That's right, old Keyshawn.
Keyshawn's like, get your ass out there, Keyshawn. We ain't got nobody. We cut Mecole Hardman, I'm sure. So
I saw him
roll it back out there.
And I did see him walk back those comments like halfway through the offseason. He was like, I'll do whatever the team needs to do. So that should have been a signal right there for you folks. He was being slept on. DB 31, what are we doing?
Yeah, that's even if I think part of the narrative this offseason has been he's going to play more outside corner. So maybe if you don't have kick and punt return points in your leagues, this is not an attractive option. I get that. You should have kick and punt return points in your league, but we'll see what the usage looks like for Keyshawn Nixon. But as long as he has that return role, I expect more kickoff returns this year with the new kickoff rules. So, there's tons of value to be had there with Keyshawn Nixon. Give us a couple more, Eddie.
All right, Houston Texans, you'll like this one, Josh. Will Anderson, massive year 3 leap, finishes with 14 sacks, is in the DPOY mix.
We'll be talking about him in just a moment.
Leatu Latu finishes as a top 12 edge rusher, gets 13 sacks.
Colts need it.
Josh Hines Allen leads the league in sacks, finishes edge 1 wins DPOY, Addy retires.
And he retires. There we go. How large is the bet? I understand the DF portfolio
The
here.
portfolio, yeah, we could look at, we could have $10,000 coming to us, and that's enough for me to live on.
The prize is $2,000 to first.
Yeah, but if I win the other ones,
oh yeah, that is
That's
true.
right.
If you just take home all the top
sure.
prizes,
I could. I mean, it won't be 10,000, but I could probably get to
Eight.
win all the other ones 6,000.
answer me. Have you already spent the 10,000?
It's gone.
It's gone. Okay, that's good. That's good. He's in deep with loan sharks. Very dangerous people. Yeah. Look, I'm here for it. I'm here for the Peyton Wilson emergence. I want this guy to be good. We all want this guy to be good. I think the Steelers will be more fun if this guy is good. So, Bobo, hit us with your second one. What you got?
Second flag plant. So after not seeing a whole lot of playing time in 2023, Deion Henley came on strong to finish the 2024 campaign. 147 total tackles in 17 games showed us that not only was Henley capable of high tackle numbers, but that the team could rely on him to be the LB1 of the future. So while names like Denzel Perryman and Troy Dye are not scaring us at all, and former Michigan linebacker Junior Colson is out for the season, the pump up has been primed for a big season from Henley. I believe 2025 will be a rinse and repeat for Henley, but even better. Josh loves Henley. The NFL normies love Henley. Harbaugh loves Henley, and I'm planting my flag on Henley in 2025. That Deion Henley will lead the NFL in tackles this season.
Is that a sheesh moment for you over there, Addy?
I wouldn't care for that.
I think it's hilarious the two guys involved in our most recent trade, Addy, are the subject of these two flag plants.
And you got Hines Allen and the other one. Did you just search trades in RSO?
I had to give y'all a
From the
little
offseason?
flowers.
He searched DF portfolio tweets from
I had
us.
to give y'all a
apparently.
little flowers.
Did you go through my trades?
I could sit over here and talk about a bunch of my guys, but that's no fun.
Sure.
That's no fun.
No, I love this. There is a part of me that regrets trading away Henley, just because. Yeah, I mean, I've been hearing all the buzz too. They love this dude.
Junior Colson going on IR,
Yeah.
kind of came out of nowhere.
That
not
was the
good.
check mark to where it was like,
yeah.
and
the
here
one
we
guy
go.
that I really now,
We feel fine.
yeah,
Yeah.
it was the writing was on the wall for Colson in terms of his
Playtime.
kind of status in the pecking order, but that's also to start the season. There was a world in my head where it's like Junior Colson could come on later in the season and push Perryman and Troy Dye, who are journeymen, but now it's like he's out of the picture entirely.
Yeah.
So
he can't return, right?
he is
What was it
not
what was it he did?
a shoulder something.
Yep.
Right.
So this is like N'Kobe Dean type situation where we gotta hope that year 3 we see
Right.
something.
What was Colson's draft capital?
3rd round.
Okay.
Yeah.
Enough.
Enough, yeah, for sure.
I mean, just the landing spot, the former head coach in DC, like it seemed to be wheels up, but it's just not worked out at all.
I just think it suits up well for Henley because you've got several teams there in that division that just like to run the ball with, Pete Carroll. You've got J.K. Dobbins and, Denver going to come down and run the ball quite a bit as well. Henley's set up to – I don't know that he's going to be this big play guy like Peyton Wilson, and we've talked about that. But as far as tackle goes, man, that boy can rack up some tackles.
I get recommended old YouTube shorts on my YouTube from us from time to time, and I saw the old the draft preview we did with Sig the year that Henley was coming out.
Oh, yeah.
And I remember Sig being a big fan because this guy was like a wide receiver in
Yeah.
college, converted to linebacker, I think at Washington State.
I think he played quarterback actually in high school.
Yeah, so he's played all and that's what, Sig, that, beautiful mind was like, this guy knowing all these different positions really puts him in a position to, be able to adapt well to the game. So Sig was a fan. I'm a fan. Bobo, you're a fan. I love it.
Josh turned down a big deal. Offered him a second for Henley, and he said, no, I'm going to hold him.
Yeah.
That feels like at this point, like I had to hold on to him too, probably.
I get it.
I'm just
we've
excited
talked-
to
we've
roll
talked
this
about
linebacker group out that I've got. This is
Man,
one of my favorite
might-
parts of my
might
team.
be old man filled with regret pretty soon.
Maybe.
Yeah, you better stay fluid.
Denzel
Stay
Perryman
fluid.
season.
You know how it goes, boy.
Troy Dye season.
Troy
That's
Dye
right.
season. Hey, be Denzel Perryman season. Troy Dye season.
Troy Dye 2025. Zach
right.
Bond.
Is it going to be Will Anderson season? I know you just said, 14 sacks for Will Anderson?
24
in your
sacks.
little mini flag plant you just said?
I think I said
You said 14.
I think
Yeah,
that's probably too low.
just-
I mean,
yeah.
it's, yeah.
Too
Well,
low.
my flag plant is I'm going with Will Anderson, number 1 edge overall. Edge 1 to end the season. When you look at Will Anderson, it feels good because this was an IDP prospect coming into the NFL that we really were excited about. And it's so nice when guys that you have high hopes for just pan out, just are good in the way that you expect them to be good. There are not a lot of boxes that Will Anderson does not check, y'all. He could be on the best defense in the NFL. I think Pittsburgh's in that mix. I think Denver is in that mix. And I think Houston is firmly in that mix as well. He has a top 2 to 3 defensive mind and D'Amico Ryans at the helm. He's one half of arguably the best edge rushing duo in the league with Danielle Hunter. And he has improved in all of these categories. Sack total, 7 to 11 from 23 to 24. Points per game by Big 3 scoring, 11.4 to 14.7. Overall PFF grade, 81.8 to 83.9. So he continues to get better. I think that continues. Now, here's the interesting part. Pressure rate. It did dip from 14.4 to 13.9, but I loved this quote that I found about what he's been working on to improve this offseason. For me, it's just like when I'm on the block, using my hands better, getting off blocks, my escape when I'm rushing the passer, am I reaching with position on the quarterback? Can I get some strip sacks? So I love to hear how Will Anderson is trying to improve, turn those QB hits and pressures into sacks, get the strip sacks thrown in there. I think if Aiden Hutchinson is fully back to himself, he's the other young guy that I would say feels primed to ascend to that edge 1 overall this year. But I'll take the guy with no injury concerns, on a better defense. And keep in mind, too, Will Anderson will be eligible to negotiate a new contract in 2026 once his 3rd year is up. So give me Will Anderson, Houston Texans, number 1 edge for 2025.
Doesn't have a podcast either. I like that.
Yes, he's focused on ball, y'all.
That's right.
Gotta like that.
Love that. Yeah, he's awesome. I mean, you're right. Everything we could have asked for this guy to do for us, he's done. And yeah, I don't think we're anywhere close to seeing his ceiling. So, get in if you can.
Right.
It's the ship's probably sailed.
Probably sailed. I think people see the ascension and understand this rocket ship is only going in one direction.
But I really do love that about Will Anderson. Like when comparing him to Micah Parsons, like I do feel like he is a guy that just works.
Right.
You know what I mean? We don't hear from him much. He just works and wants to be great. And he's been that at every step of his career. So, yeah, I don't expect that to change anytime soon.
Yeah, this defense is going to be fun. We'll see. I hope the offense is good. You mentioned, I don't know if it was on air, but the Nico Collins trade. I'm high on Nico Collins for this year, but that Texans offensive line, we'll see. I think it's 5 new starters from what it was last year. So, yeah, big question mark there with the offense. But the defense, Bobo, should be a lot of fun.
Yeah, absolutely. Shout out to the Devy players out there. I know not a ton of people play Devy, but Will Anderson was one of my best Devy picks in the last couple years at Alabama, and it kind of made me think. I wanted to go back and look and see Will Anderson's best season at Alabama. 2021 as a true sophomore, 102 total tackles, 35 TFLs, 17.5 sacks.
Wow.
Capable.
I mean, that is.
Capable.
I think his ceiling is that 16, 17 plus sack kind of season. So
Yeah, I feel like for whatever reason, I feel like he has a higher ceiling than Micah Parsons.
Yeah, I can see that.
He's also like a couple years younger than him at this point.
I was gonna say,
22,
what's the
23?
size difference? Because Micah's not the biggest guy. I mean, hell, he was playing off-ball
Same with
linebacker.
Will Anderson. They're both like they're not far.
Are
off
they
in
both
size.
kind of
Yeah,
undersized?
sure. Yep.
So yeah, I mean, I think that just being in the situation he's in, with the defensive mind that he has, the defense around him, and just having Danielle Hunter, who they were talking about the Texans on the Athletic Football Show today, and they mentioned if Danielle Hunter kind of keeps up this pace for another 2 or 3 years, he's at 99.5 sacks for his career right now. So if he finishes with around 130 sacks, maybe gets another Pro Bowl or 2, like a second-team All-Pro, he's going to have a strong case for the Hall of Fame. And I was like, sign me up, baby. Danielle Hunter, Hall of Fame, all day. Let's go.
Micah Parsons 26.3, Will Anderson 24.
Nice.
So just turned 24.
Yep.
Going into his third season.
Yeah.
I like it, Joshy. That's a good one.
All right. Addie, back to you, baby, for your last one plus your last batch of mini flag plants. And this one tickles my heartstrings a little bit.
You like this, huh?
I do.
Montez Sweat. Remember him? Major bounce back coming. He's still really good, folks. 13.6% pressure rate in 2024. And you said I do want to note, like you mentioned, he dropped from like 14 to 30. Who cares? Yeah. Who cares about that, folks? We're talking about a percentile difference. Like, do not get hung up on that stuff. That 13% is still a very, very good rate. Like borderline elite. Nothing to worry about there. We just want to see them doing that, right? We want to see them be around that mark. So you should feel like if it dips a little bit here and there, like who cares? Will Anderson, you want Will Anderson.
Real quick. They are almost the exact same size. Will Anderson and Micah Parsons. 6'3", 243 for Will Anderson. 6'3", 245 for Micah Parsons.
Wow.
Yeah,
So bang on.
love it.
Good job, Addie.
But yeah, 13.6% pressure rate in 2024 for Montez Sweat. That was 27th best among edge rushers and actually was up from his career mark of 11.8%, 14.7% win rate. That was 26 among edge rushers. Have to love what the Bears did this offseason. You add Grady Jarrett and Dayo Adengbo in free agency, and you bring in Shamar Turner in the second round of the draft. Gervon Dexter and Austin Booker both could see major glow-ups. This Bears defensive line is actually kind of solid, and let's not forget that we just saw Montez Sweat finish as edge 12 in 2023 when he posted 57 tackles and 12.5 sacks. So I think Sweat benefits from all this new help and finds his way back inside the top 12. Was going as DL 41, edge 33 in the best balls, probably the lowest that he's been since we've been doing these things.
Every year it feels like there's a guy that people are just pissed at, that they drafted him highly and he crapped the bed, and it's just like, you know what, fine.
Yeah.
Just go as like a borderline back end edge 3. Right. Like what? Like that's not where this guy belongs.
No, for sure. Like maybe he doesn't have like top 10 upside really, but he should be in that 12 to 24 range, and that's still very, very valuable, and it's still far outperforming where he's being drafted.
Right, he's still a starter in start to defensive end kind of leagues.
Still highly paid, I mean, on a defense that's ascending. Also, the team is potentially,
I think you talked about Juice is back in the building with Jacksonville. I feel the same.
Same thing there.
I think this is more of a Detroit situation where it's going to be kind of slowly building up with Ben Johnson now in the building. But this defensive line, low key's not bad, Bobo. I mean, they've added to it. That's at least you can say they have made an effort to get better along the defensive line.
They've made an effort. They sure have. I don't think it's great yet, but they've made an effort.
It's better.
Sure.
Austin Booker, baby.
Yeah, he's hurt, though, isn't he?
Maybe, but he tore it up in the preseason. My Lord.
That's true, but
pressure king of the preseason.
I need to look up and see. I think I saw he's out for quite a while. But anyways, yeah, I loved Austin Booker last year. Very developmental player.
You forget Grady Jarrett's there now?
Yeah,
right,
that's true.
So it's like, they took swings. They
tried.
at the offensive line, the defensive line.
It was time.
So
and the offense is pretty good. I mean, you got a lot of
tons of weapons.
Pretty good skill players. So
yeah, great offensive play caller. So, all right, Addy, finish us out with the rest of your rapid fire mini flag plants.
All right, let me scroll down there, guys.
You left off with Indy because Leatu Latu, who'll be hanging on the back wall here soon, his jersey, autographed jersey, was the last one you mentioned.
All right, Leo Chenal outsnaps Drew Tranquil, gets massive payday in free agency. Las Vegas Raiders, Jermaine Pratt is the linebacker you want, finishes inside the top 36 for a fourth straight year.
We got that question, and I was like, is the Raiders' long-term linebacker on the roster? I was like, I think it's probably going to be Jermaine Pratt. Like, I don't feel like fantastic about that, but you look at the other options, and it's like, are we trusting Devin White? Are we trusting Landon Roberts? Are we trusting the Berg bros, Eichenberg, and the other Berg?
Long term, no. But, I mean, 2025, I think it is going to be Pratt.
Lindenberg, that's what it is.
Yeah, the Berg bros.
The Berg bros.
Tuli Pilotu.
Look at you. Did you put the phonetic pronunciation in your notes?
No. He reaches 12 sacks in 2025.
Wow.
I was like, I need to withdraw all these trade offers with
That's
Thule
it.
dangled out
Bring him-
there as
give
a
him back.
throw-in.
Give him back.
Here's one for your Rams. Jared Verse gets 12 sacks.
Hey.
PFF grades bluish green hue across the board, folks.
Across the board. There's that camera. You'll find it.
Tyrell Dotson going as LB40. He finishes as a top 20 linebacker. We'll see. Dallas Turner 10 sacks. I think Turner might be ready for takeoff. I think he's ready.
Wait.
We're gonna see how the snap share takes.
Why are you looking at me?
Because you have him on your roster.
Thank you,
better believe.
thank
You better
you,
believe.
thank you.
You better believe.
Thank you.
Going up on the wall here soon, boys.
That's right. Don't spoil it. You spoiled it.
Dang.
You mentioned this on a show that you wanted to get our 3 babies up on the wall.
Nah.
It's true. Patriots, Christian Ellis, one of them damn Ellis bros. Top 40 linebacker, gives us a 4-week stretch where he was a top 10 linebacker.
I love how specific this one is. This is incredible.
Hopefully in the fantasy playoffs.
That's right.
Let's go.
Danny Stutzman becomes a starter by week 10.
Stinky Pete?
Sorry,
No more.
Sorry, Stinky Pete.
Stinky Pete's dead on the floor.
Giants, Micah McFadden, top 20 linebacker. Bobby Okereke does not play a full-time role.
Bobby Okereke dead.
Will McDonald, 15 sacks, one for every pound of muscle added this offseason.
I love that. That is just so delicious.
Nolan Smith, Philadelphia Eagles, 13-plus sacks in 2025, top 12 edge rusher. People forget how he finished in the playoffs,
You're
dude. He had
exactly
like
right.
3
He
or
was
4
insane.
sacks. He was nuts.
Yeah, he was like their best edge rusher.
He was nuts. And like, who was there? It's Jalix Hunt and
That's
Azeez
it.
Ojulari.
Yeah.
Maybe Jahad Campbell coming off the edge and like a Frankie Louvu roll a little bit.
I mean, I think they have to
Nolan.
use them like that. But Nolan Smith is gonna. He's
Hilton.
been far slept on.
Jalen Carter, get over there on the edge.
I almost did a little sneaky Jahad Campbell top 10 LB.
I like it too.
I just, the more I read and hear about it, it really seems like, I mean, we forget Nakobe Dean was like LB 9 or 10 in
yeah.
our scoring system last year.
Ballin'.
Yeah.
And I think Jahad Campbell is a vastly superior prospect to Nakobe Dean and has the pass rushing upside you love to see in a big play scoring system like ours. So
And healthy.
right. I don't think, even if Nakobe Dean comes back, I do not think Dean gets that job back. I think it is Jahad
Oh, for
Campbell
sure.
Yeah, I
and
think
Zach
so, too.
Bond as the 2 LBs.
Yep, he gone. All right, let's see. San Fran 49ers, Nick Bosa, edge 2. Back over 15 sacks. League winner weeks 15 through 17. He has a ridiculous schedule. He gets like Daniel Jones, he gets Cam Ward, and he gets the Bears,
Oh, cool.
Caleb Williams.
It will be Riley Leonard at that
Yes.
point for the Colts.
That is true.
Both of our starting
That is true.
quarterbacks will be out with injuries.
Sorry, Josh.
It's okay.
Seahawks, Byron Murphy, the second, reminds us why the Seahawks took him 16th overall in the 2024 draft. He finishes as a top 12 defensive tackle. Tampa Bay Buccaneers, Tyke Smith, top 12 safety finish. All the sweet spot fanboys will be going absolutely nuts over the usage.
The sweet spot fanboys. I don't think I've heard a more deranged group than the sweet spot.
They're
fanboys.
freaks. They are freaks. But they got good hearts. You
They got good
boys.
hearts. They are freaky.
Yaya Diaby,
Yeah.
13 sacks, finishes top 15. Tennessee Titans, Cody Barton, best season of his career, finishes as a top 15 linebacker. Washington Commanders, Von Miller, 8 sacks. Quan Martin breakout. Apologies to the Will Harris fanboys.
I picked up Will Harris today just in case. Just in case.
It could still work out.
Yeah, but
Maybe.
so there you have it, folks.
knows?
We
A
have
lot of Will Harris hype this offseason. Too
Yeah.
much of it. It's
Yeah.
like, I mean, is he going to move the needle that much for you
probably.
guys? Probably not.
We'll see. At
know?
the Sweet Spot Fanboy Club, they got a poster of him up on the wall.
It's just weird how I know he's gonna be in the Jeremy Chin role, but it's just like there's other ones we can mention out here, guys. Why no one talking about Amani Hooker? Why is no one talking about
especially with a name like Hooker.
true Xavier Woods too? Another Titans flag plan. I think that both those guys finished top 30.
So there you go, folks. We have 30 top 10 edge rushers. I think 42 top 12 linebackers.
Don't do the math.
I did like that you were like Nick Bosa edge 2 because Josh Hines Allen.
Edge 1.
Yeah, I
Edge
thought
one.
about it.
Yeah,
POI.
Think about what
Hey.
I'm doing, guys.
it's all up here, guys.
Right?
It's all up here.
Come on.
Love to see it. I think the original flag plant though was Montez Sweat top 12. So there you go, folks. That was Adam's official third flag plant. Baba, what you got for us? Your third flag plant here.
Adam kind of alluded to it a little bit with the Jeremy Chin departure in free agency, but the Commanders making it to the NFC Conference Championship game was not anything that I don't think anybody and none of us predicted in 2024. Their defense was decent last season, despite having very little presence on the defensive line, relying heavily on the play of Bobby Wagner, Frankie Louvu, and Jeremy Chin. Well, with Jeremy Chin exiting in free agency, kind of surprisingly, I really thought that Dan Quinn would try to keep him. And now leaving a total of 107 tackles, leaving that big void behind him, someone must step in there in that defense. We have dialogued at length over the offseason about the down tackling grade for Frankie Louvu. And while I hope Bobby Wagner plays until he's 40, if that's what he wants to do, it's evident to me Bobby Wagner is taking a step back. So who is left to fill the void in that defense and lead them in tackles in 2025? Enter Mikey Sainristil. Slot boy.
The Gremlin.
Star roll. Slot dog.
Slot dog?
Right.
Boy, I like Mikey Sainristil. And I think that defense sucks. And I think it's very indicative of like Jalen Ramsey kind of, you know? I mean, we think that Peyton Wilson is going to be good, and we think that Pat Queen is going to be bad. And I think Frankie Louvu is going to be asked to rush the passer a lot. And I think Bobby Wagner has lost 1 or 2 steps maybe. Now you have Jeremy Chin that's gone in free agency to the Raiders. I really think that Sainristil is primed for a really, really big season. I don't know if the big plays are going to come, but just like Deion Henley, from a tackling perspective, Sainristil should eat this year.
You want to take your shots in the Washington Commanders DB room is what we're saying.
I think so, yeah. And the people that are being slept on is probably Sainristil. I don't know. Like in our
He is by far the highest drafted.
in our
'Cause I
world
looked that up.
in our world he is.
For sure.
Right?
For
But
sure.
I still feel like most
I don't think any of these Washington DBs in casual leagues
No.
are probably getting
No.
drafted at all.
no. But I feel like Will Harris has had the most hype lately
For sure.
this offseason.
For sure.
But yeah, I'm with you. I mean, the dude just makes plays, has a knack for doing it.
He kind of reminds me of like a little baby Buddha. You know, he's not a huge guy, but just really efficient.
Yeah, I just looked it
Just
up.
a baller.
5'10", like 182.
Yeah, man, just a baller. I don't know that, you know, that body is going to get 150 tackles, but I also don't know that Bobby Wagner or Frankie Louvu are going to get 120 tackles.
You're
you know?
asking Dan Quinn to make magic with not a great defensive roster.
Yeah.
I mean, this is the worst, we've said it, the worst edge rushing group in the NFL.
They did
in
it
my
last year.
opinion. They did. I think that was off the back of some pretty magical Jaden Daniels
Yeah,
moments.
for sure.
But I think this defense is probably worse with some of the departures they had. I mean,
Could we see Debo Samuel maybe be a linebacker?
he probably needs to suit up and get in there at this
Hey,
point.
I think people are sleeping on Debo this year. I think so far from what I've seen from him in the preseason, he looks healthy.
Yeah, he looks quick.
I think that ADP
enough.
is too low right now.
Let's
for
get him
Debo.
the dual Desi in sleeper.
Yeah,
Let's
for
do
sure.
wide receiver LB tag.
For sure.
And get RB thrown in there as well.
Absolutely.
Let's just start him in multiple positions.
Yeah, sure.
I'll wrap us up here, boys. We've talked about some DB rooms that you want to target. So let's go with one more here and talk about the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. I think it's easy to forget how good things were in 2023 if you rostered Antoine Winfield Jr. But that said, I think it would be understandable if you forgot what it was like to roster him in 2024 because it was a nightmare season for Winfield. He played just 9 games, but his points per game average in those 9 games stretched across a full season. Those 215 points would have been good for safety 6, tied with Jesse Bates. We saw Winfield's ceiling in 2023, 303 points, 40 points ahead of the next closest DB. I expect a healthy Winfield in the same defense, under the same DC, playing alongside a fellow baller, and shout out Addy once again, Tyke Smith, to fall somewhere in that range between 215 and 303 points. And if he does, that's good for a top 12 DB. Variance typically vaults guys into the top 2 or 3 DB conversation each year, like Budda Baker suddenly becoming the league's most prolific tackler. But I think it's the star playmakers who always have a chance to defy variance and reign supreme. Brian Branch, Kyle Hamilton, Jesse Bates, Budda Baker, Derwin James come to mind. The market has not forgotten about Antoine Winfield. He was safety 2, surprisingly, by our ADP. So I don't want to pay sticker price for Winfield necessarily, but I do love his chances of bouncing back after a nightmare 2024 season and leading this defense the way he did 2 years ago. Call this the Zaire Franklin rebound theory just for DB. Give me Antoine Winfield Jr., safety 1 for 2025.
Yeah, I mean, I think he's going to always be a candidate for that, you know.
We've seen it.
Yep.
We know it's in his range of outcomes, and I think, again, top 6, had he stayed healthy last year, I think was likely outcome.
And he was our safety 2 by ADP, but like I think in most drafts, like you know how that goes. It's like those top like 5 or 6, they're all pretty interchangeable. So like there's a lot of times you can get Winfield as like your safety 6. I got him like with my last pick in a lot of those D-up drafts.
I was surprised to see him going as our safety 2 because it felt like in all the best ball drafts I was in, it was typically Brian Branch, K-Ham, and then, you know, even Jesse Bates or Budda Baker going in there before Winfield. So I was kind of surprised to see that.
K-Ham might have gotten knocked down with the Starks, you know, ad.
For sure.
But, yeah, I mean, Winfield is the guy I want out of all those. I mean, outside of Brian Branch, like he is the one I think that has the most upside and highest ceiling week to week. He may be a little, you know, the tackle floor may not be as great as some of those guys, but who cares? Like, it's a defensive back. Like, we're looking for the guys that have the high ceiling.
Right. I'm always just going to bet on the playmaker types.
Yep.
The guys who...
And Winfield's always been that. Again, he is like the prototype where usage does not matter. That is Antoine Winfield.
Yeah. So it's like there's a few guys that I feel good at each position. If I had to put money down in Vegas to say, like, all right, Josh, you got to put money down on who's finishing as the DB1. Winfield is in that very small group of guys that I would feel comfortable placing that bet on.
Right. Yeah, there's like 2 or 3 guys. I mean, really just 2. In my opinion, like
Brian Branch
and Winfield.
Yeah, because we've seen that most recently. Brian Branch was 2024, Winfield 2023.
Yeah.
So I'll just go with recent history, and both those guys have continuity on their sides. They're in the same defense. You know, with Winfield specifically, he's under the same head coach / defensive coordinator, same scheme, a lot of the same pieces around him, you know? So I like that continuity there from year to year for Winfield. And I think we would feel much differently about Winfield if he had just stayed healthy last year. And I think that's where you have opportunities sometimes to scoop in and capture some value is when guys just crap the bed for you because they were hurt.
2023 was special.
Yeah, it
2023 was a special year. I traded
40
him,
points ahead of the next closest DB.
I traded him at the
Crazy
end of the
stat
season and really, really regretted that.
Yeah, probably one of the biggest gaps between the number 1 finisher at their position and number 2 that we've seen since we've been doing the show.
Him and Branch feel like the ones to me that are the hardest to trade. You know, you see that first sitting there for Winfield, and you're like, I should take this first. You see it for K-Ham, and you're like, give me the first.
100%.
You know, I mean, like, don't get me wrong. There
See
are
a second. I mean, I'm like,
yeah. You're
I'm
thinking
thinking
about it.
long and hard about it.
But I'm just saying, does it feel that way to you all from a value perspective that those are the 2 that are the hardest to trade?
right.
Just because it feels so repeatable with those 2, with Brian Branch.
They're the 2 most likely, outside of Travis Hunter, of course.
Yeah.
They're the 2 most likely cheat codes.
Yeah, yeah.
And that's why I said safety and not DB, because I think Travis Hunter is going to finish as the number 1 DB in scoring systems where you can count
he's
his
gonna break
offensive
it.
points.
He's going to have so many people in their leagues mad this year and saying, hey, guys, we need to have a conversation about this Travis Hunter thing.
Dude.
We didn't know it was going to be like this.
Speaking of, shout out Phil. In just my normie redraft league, we have 2 IDPs that we've had for the last 6 years. Your boy took Travis Hunter, threw him in the defensive
Where did
back.
you have to take him? Because we had this conversation.
So
It
in
was
the
kinda
first 2
interesting.
rounds, I went Jahmyr Gibbs, went Derrick Henry. 3rd round went Travis Hunter.
Yeah, I think you're going to have to take him.
I got a little cute. In a second, I was like, gosh, I hope nobody else is thinking about this. And my buddy messaged me. He was like, was that a slip-up? I was like, was that a slip-up?
Was that a
Ask
slip?
me that damn question again.
We'll find out.
Yeah, well, what was it, a week or so ago? We had that post pretty much go viral about the guy who drafted Travis Hunter in like the 3rd round, and the league found out afterwards that they could count his offensive points when he was playing defense. And we retweeted it like they were having the conversation about what should we do about Travis Hunter. It's like, look, guys, we all know what the right answer is here. You guys should have established this before the draft. So this guy should absolutely be able to start Travis Hunter as a wide receiver in his DB spot, if that's what you guys had in place before the draft. But a lot of people are going to be pissed off.
Is your league, they start and say, hey, what's going on
So
here?
one of my buddies messaged me, and he was like, so you mean to tell me Travis Hunter is going to get wide receiving points, but you can play him at IDP? Like, it's just 2 IDP flex spots. And I was like, that's why I drafted him.
That's how it goes, brother.
I'm not drafting him for 60% cornerback
Right.
spots in the 3rd round.
He's
Should
going to
be- a light
score.
should go off,
And
folks.
then he was like, that's pretty cool. It's like,
Yeah, it is cool,
You
folks.
should have thought
That's
about
the thing.
that.
It's like everyone's going to be so butthurt that it wasn't them that
Right.
figured it out, right? But just
Exactly.
relax, everybody, all right?
Relax.
It's okay.
Yeah.
Take a deep
You can
breath.
do it next year, maybe.
Any other names? Any other things that we're hyped for this weekend? Any other guys that we're really just standing?
Like I said, Jahad Campbell was the one that came to mind for me.
Okay.
I'm hyped for Jahad Campbell.
Any other culture in on? Any other thing you're paying attention to right now?
I can't talk about the Colts. It's
Okay.
just too
Sorry,
depressing. I'm sorry.
That's a good point. I really want to see where Quentin Lake lines up this weekend. I want to see if he's going to get that star role. I want to see if he's going to be playing in the box. Also, the Rams linebackers, like, what are we doing there? Is Sean Dolak just going to be the LB1 or LB2 potentially alongside a Landman? Also, really hyped to see your boy JT Tuimoloau. I want to see what type of playing time he gets there in Indianapolis. I'm kind of hyped for him. Nick Herbig is banged up right now, so kind of want to see if Jack Sawyer is going to get some early reps there in Philadelphia. Or sorry, not Philadelphia, in Pittsburgh. Gosh, I got all kinds of stuff that I'm like.
There's so many.
pegging
There's
in
so
my
many
brain.
situations
It's
that I'm
information overload.
You go
week one.
Amadi,
It's
trying to see what
for
type
sure.
of usage
he's
he
being
gets.
slept on for sure. He was great last season, and he's probably a cornerback on most sites.
Yeah.
Tampa Bay, you were talking Winfield. That's a fun defense that I'm
Yeah.
excited to like. I'm excited to see how Tyke Smith is used. I'm excited to see Hassan Reddick. Is he bounce back at all?
They kind of need him.
They really need him. Yaya Diaby, obviously, if he takes another step, and Elijah Cansey, you want to see what type of step he takes. Who's that linebacker two there? Is it going to be Savracier Dennis?
Hey, I asked for flag plants from a couple of our favorites on Twitter. Sigmund Blooms was Savracier Dennis.
Wow.
So that caught my attention.
Pass it.
Absolutely.
So I've said before, the Colts are obviously my main team that I'm cheering for, but I think my side piece this year is going to be the Tampa Bay Buccaneers.
I like that.
I think I'm kind of in on the Bucs. I love Baker. We'll see what the offense can do with no Liam Cohen. Maybe they just find another Liam Cohen.
Yeah.
They'll probably be fine.
I think Ibuka is going to be like a
real
top
deal.
24 wide receiver, like right off the jump.
Speaking of Liam Cohen, I'm interested to see, like, is it still Devin Lloyd season, or have we moved on to Ventrell Miller all of a sudden?
Streets talking about Ventrell Miller being the LB2.
A lot of linebacker two situations that I'm.
There's a lot of
monitor.
question marks. I think there could be some guys that we haven't even really mentioned yet that after week 1 and week 2 we're like, gosh, we need to discuss this guy.
Oh,
getting
for
weird PT.
it. That's where the money's made. That
First couple
second,
weeks.
that second
Okay.
spot.
Let's actually put a number on it, boys, because here's an interesting thought experiment. Brian Branch by Big Three scoring last year, 260 points. Let's just stick on the same team. Brian Thomas Jr., 285 points. This is a PPR league, 285 points. Over under 285 points for Travis Hunter. Can he outscore?
Both?
Yes. Let's just call it both wide receiver points, cornerback points, because if he has the Brian Thomas season with both his offense and his defense, that is DB1 by about 25 points.
Yes, I think so.
I think Brian Thomas had roughly like 70 to 80 receptions, 1,200 yards, and
87
like 8 to 10
catches.
touchdowns.
Yep. 1,282 yards, 10 touchdowns.
Yeah, maybe I'm insane, but I think Travis Hunter's going to have like over 300 points this season. Like
Yeah.
350 points potentially.
That's I think if you set the bar over under 300, I would be really tempted to go over on that.
I think he'll get like 75 to 100 points from defense,
IDP.
right? And
So
then
all he needs is 200 points then from
That's
offense.
It's a
doable.
very moderate
That's
season.
a 970 catch.
But I mean,
right?
it's all in line there. It's not like you're looking at the depth chart. Like, and I know they're all off-season depth charts are weird, but like on the first official depth chart, he is the starting wide receiver. Like
And-
first drive, you're gonna see
You're gonna be playing in the
BTJ,
slot.
Travis Hunter
Right.
in the slot,
Manufactured
Parker
touches,
Washington out there.
Especially that's why in PPR leagues, I think you've really got an opportunity here with Travis Hunter because
Yeah.
of the schemed up manufactured touches. This is what that guy was great at Colorado.
Yeah.
And keep in mind, folks, if he scores 300 points, that puts him in the discussion for top 3 IDP overall.
I do think that your biggest flag plant was what you probably said a couple weeks ago, in that the biggest talking point in September is going to
Yep.
be Travis Hunter.
I mean, that's my answer for what am I most looking forward to. It's
Yeah.
like,
Yeah.
does the Travis Hunter hype train get rolling out the station week 1?
Which is crazy because Brian Thomas Jr. is a badass.
He's awesome.
You
That's
know-
why it's like you could talk me into the Jags as the AFC South champion and a frisky, playoff team in the AFC.
Yeah.
So it's all there for Trevor Lawrence, man. Between Liam Cohen, the offensive improvements. I mean, this offense, we'll see about the offensive line, but I think the stars are aligning for the Jags to have that sort of like Minnesota Vikings type of glow up,
Yep.
So
I'll have my jersey on.
let's do it.
T Hunt.
Well,
Gonna be sick on defense, dude. I mean,
Yeah, look out.
he's just gonna make such an impact.
Yeah.
I mean, if he is as
I just don't think you spend the draft capital they spent to go get this guy and just play him at wide receiver. I
my
think you
opinion,
want to unleash him on both sides of the ball.
So many teams messed up. It wasn't that much.
No.
For him, it was not that much. That's that was a steal.
Yeah.
Cleveland, what are
It's
we
going to be
doing?
so
Pay
fun
the
watching
price
him.
to
Just
get
like Gene
special players.
You're going to
Yeah.
get to watch Gene T. You're going to get to watch Travis Hunter. It's going to be a good time.
It's going to be fun.
Dude, Sunday, boys.
Yeah.
And we will be back, folks, Monday night here in the Sode Shack, breaking down all the week 1 action. We'll be going, recording the episode. We might actually go live. Baba, what would you think about maybe doing a live stream the first month of the season?
Let her rip.
Let it
Tater
rip.
chip.
Okay, so maybe live, maybe recorded, but we're going to be focusing heavily on waivers. I know that's a big talking point when kind of all the waiver wire guys are out there to start the season. So the first month of the season, we are really going to be drilling down on waivers, recapping all the big storylines as well. So you want to tune in. We'll let you know if it's going to be live or recorded, but Monday night in the Sode Shack.
Me and Jakey going live Sunday morning.
That's right. I think
Start sit for a week or two.
8:30 Central, right?
Yep,
Okay,
correct.
so tune into the YouTubes for that as well.
Get you some coffee.
Be
Yes,
sure
sir.
to check out IDPStartSit.com. Our brand new Start Sit tool is live. It's free, powered by Mike Wollert's projections. There's so much content on the website, so much content in the podcast feed and YouTube channel. You just want to plug in, folks. Football's back. We made it. We finally get to stop predicting and prognosticating and flag planting
Yeah.
and talk about some damn football.
Yeah.
So let's enjoy it. Enjoy the game tomorrow night. Enjoy the game on Friday. Enjoy Sunday. And we'll be back with y'all on Monday. Until then, y'all take care, and we'll see you soon.
It's the IDP